10 lessons I learned from the psychology of money. Sometimes we're tired of struggling to make big bucks, and we feel like there's something missing in our understanding of investing and finances. Well, I was also in a similar situation, but after going through the book, The Psychology of Money, I gained a better perspective on how to approach money and investing. In this video, I'm going to share 10 lessons that can help you understand money and investing better. So let's dive into the video. Lesson 1. Luck plays a significant role. One of the biggest lessons I've learned from the psychology of money is that luck plays a bigger role in success. No matter how much effort and dedication you put into something, there's still an element of luck involved, whether it be when investing or starting a business. For example, if I invest in a stock that has an 80% chance of making money, it's still possible that I end up on the unfortunate side of that equation. Similarly, even if two brothers have equal access to education and resources, one may find more success than the other due to lucky breaks or outside factors. Lesson 2. Know where to draw the line. Another important lesson I've learned about money is that having enough is not necessarily a bad thing. Let's take the examples of Rajat Gupta and Bernie Madoff. They had so much wealth and power at their fingertips, but they still risked it all for even more. This kind of ambition can lead to disaster. That's why it's really important to draw a line at some point and have enough. Take Warren Buffett's advice. Risk something important to you for something unimportant to you, and it just does not make sense. Lesson 3. Business and life both are uncertain. Planning is important, but so is being prepared for the plan not going according to plan. You can easily make a financial plan, but does it really always go the way you planned it? No, life throws us curveballs all the time. In 2020, the coronavirus pandemic upended many people's financial plans. It was impossible to anticipate and had a dramatic impact on the markets and economies around the world. The biggest lesson here is including room for error in our plans. Lesson 4. Even big companies make wrong decisions. It's okay to take risks and make mistakes. No one makes great decisions all the time, but even if you're wrong some of the time you can still be on track for success. This doesn't just apply to investing. It applies to anything, from launching products to writing jokes. Take Amazon, for example. They tried a big product launch that failed, but Jeff Bezos knew they would make it up with something more successful. He said they were actually working on much bigger failures at the same time. You can take risks and learn from the mistakes you make. Netflix CEO Reed Hastings also applies this principle. He makes sure that the company takes more risk in their content productions, so they have a higher cancel rate overall. Lesson 5. Value time. Time is a key factor in happiness and well-being. To illustrate this point, look at the example of John D. Rockefeller. He was one of the wealthiest businessmen of all time. But he understood the importance of spending his time on decision-making and thought-based work, rather than manual labor. Today, many jobs require a combination of physical labor and mental work. But if your job requires mostly decision-making or problem-solving, you will find that you are still working even when you are not at the office. Your thoughts never leave you, which can make your brain feel like always working. The lesson here is that while money does bring some level of comfort and convenience, controlling your time is the highest dividend it pays. So, if you want to maximize the impact of your finances on happiness and well-being, focus on decision-making activities or thought-based jobs. Lesson 6. Save without specific goals. One of the most important lessons is to understand the psychology behind money and how it can affect our spending habits. For example, once you reach a certain level of income, it can be tempting to buy luxury items or show off your wealth in an effort to impress others. But this is just a reflection of ego, and it can actually be detrimental to your savings goals. Another lesson I've learned about money is that saving does not require having a specific goal in mind. You can save for the sake of saving as a hedge against life's surprises or unexpected events. Lesson 7. Develop a balanced approach. It's important to develop a balanced approach to financial planning. Too much of one thing can lead to regret later in life, while too little of another could leave you unprepared. Someone who chooses to live an austere lifestyle may find themselves unable to afford retirement or raise a family. On the other hand, someone who works many hours in pursuit of a high income may regret sacrificing their youthful years working day and night. The key is to find a financial plan that strikes the right balance between career, savings, family time, and leisure activities. Lesson 8. There's no free lunch in investing. The eighth lesson I learned is that it's important to be realistic with your expectations when investing. You should never expect to get rich quickly. Instead, focus on gradually building your wealth over time. When it comes to investing, you don't get something for nothing. The price of higher returns is risk. The same is true when you buy a ticket for Disneyland. Nobody gets in for free. You may pay a premium, but the payoff can be worth it if you find yourself enjoying a memorable experience. The same applies to the stock market. There's no free lunch when it comes to making money through investments. Lesson 9. Pessimism often has a stronger narrative than optimism. One lesson that stands out is that it's easier to create a narrative around pessimism than optimism. We often underestimate positive developments because they happen slowly, but we quickly pay attention to drivers of pessimism like a corporate bankruptcy or a major war. Real-life examples of this can be found in the stock market, where a 40% decline that takes place in 6 months will attract more attention than a 140% gain that takes place over 6 years. The best example would be in careers, where reputations take a lifetime to build and can be destroyed with one single email. Lesson 10. Stay patient. Another lesson I've learned is that having patience when investing in stocks or other investments pays off. Too often people get impatient with their investments and sell off too soon before giving them a chance to grow. Instead of chasing quick gains, it pays to be patient and let your investments mature over time. This is it for today's video. If you're interested in digging into more money and investing lessons, then consider signing up for Audible using the link provided. You will receive a complimentary subscription as well as 1 download credit every month. Please let me know which other books you'd like me to review so that we can delve deeper into the realm of reading together.